Namaste and welcome to the very first episode of the Small Room Yoga podcast. Hey, hi, I'm Mani, also known as Maninder, and I started this podcast with a very simple idea. What is that? Inside the yoga room, students see us as teacher, guiding, adjusting, and holding space. But often they don't really get to hear our stories, who we are beyond the mat, why we began this path, and how yoga continues to shape our lives every single day. So, this podcast is about sharing those stories in an intimate, small room style conversation, a space where yogis and teachers can open up about their journey, the struggle, the wisdom, and the joy of living yoga. And I couldn't think of a better person to begin this very first conversation with than my dear friend Mahi or Mahendra, as many known him. He is one of the finest Iyengar yoga teacher I have ever met, with a depth of knowledge and clarity that I could honestly listen to all day. But more than that, he is also a friend who always lends an ear and a heart whenever you need it. So, Mahi, welcome to the podcast. Okay, Mahi.
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me here. It's rare that you sit down with your friends and you talk about things. So I'm really excited and also I'm a bit nervous. I don't know what is coming ahead.
Okay. I have few interesting question for you.
Uh-huh.
You don't need to worry or nervous.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting one.
Okay.
So our first segment is the yoga journey.
Mhm.
Since this is our very first episode, let's start with something personal. Who you are beyond the yoga mat, or if someone meet you outside the yoga studio, how would you describe who you are?
Well, off the yoga mat, I'm the same person, okay? I don't change. So you don't see horns out of me. So basically, off the yoga mat, I'm a very introvert person. Not really a party person. I'll just go out. I love to go out on walks. Like Singapore got some 400 plus park. Did you know that?
How many?
400 plus.
What?
So I have walked almost 200 parks with my feet.
200.
200 plus. And I love to walk. Then I love to read the classic authors, like the authors that really add to your understanding, to your psychology. Anything that is close to meditation, yoga, I try to read it out now. So that's what you will
So
find
what do
me.
you do after the class?
Yes.
Mostly read or walk in the
Read or
nature?
walk or cycle, or recently I like to play around with my camera.
Camera.
Sometimes
Oh,
I take
nice hobby.
pictures. Thanks to you.
Okay, very beautiful. Now let's bring you into your childhood. How did you start yoga? Yoga found you, or you found yoga?
First, I am not really so significant of a yoga teacher to say yoga found me. Of course, I had to find yoga. How all of us find yoga is first on physical level. Back in our place, as you know, we mostly practice for the sake of competitions.
Competition.
Oh God, I'm guilty of that. Competition is not really what I will encourage people to start with, but that's how I started. But yes, eventually, as I landed on yoga mat more and more, I understood more values of it. It was in 2003 I came across a book by one of the contemporary our time masters, yoga masters, Vishwas Mandlik. So it was Yoga Parichay, the name of the book. It is written in Marathi anyway, so
Wow.
not useful for you. It's
No.
translated in English. If you want, I have a copy. So the book I read, and strange enough, somehow I felt like he mentioned few Yoga Sutras and few words from what do you call it, Hatha Pradipika.
Do you
So,
remember any of them? Or?
of course, there is one specific verse, chapter 265,
Wow.
the Hatha Pradipika. Swatamaran says yoga is like yoga will give you benefits or results if you practice it.
Practice.
Those who know about it, those who talk about it, those who think about it will never get any benefits, but those who practice will get. So the line says Kriya Yuktasya Siddhi. So you will get the Siddhi if you practice Kriya. If you are not practicing, well, you can think about it. That's
So, where did you start actually your asanas practice at home or in the school or any small? Now here we call it studios, but in back down.
yeah, we are not so lucky to have.
That's
So
without-
my first yoga class started in my junior college, where all the students used to practice for the sake of competitions. Of course, we have all the cotton mats. We never had a rubber mat. Do you remember any rubber mat?
Lucky
Even
you
in
have
Calcutta-
cotton mat actually. We don't even have. We have the grass, but it's so
Yeah.
nice that maybe you're not able to see. But here there is always. I don't have the hair because whenever we do the fish pose, in the fish pose in the advanced
Oh,
version,
yes,
we have
yes,
to put
yes.
our
Correct.
that almost forehead on the mat. Now it's a mat, but that time is on the floor.
Yes.
And when you release that, the friction
Yes.
remove your
Sometimes
Yeah.
bruises
Yes.
skin. Yeah.
the hairs. So now, luckily, I'm not doing on the grass, but
Yeah.
so
So
you can get to
my journey relatively was much easier. It was in a college hall,
Hall.
How do you call it? The auditorium hall.
Auditorium.
You have a lot of space, so they'll have cotton mats and they will ask us, okay, practice on that. So that's where it started. And participating in yoga competitions multiple times, spending more time on my traveling. In fact, in 3 years, I remember traveling more than 35, 40 times.
Wow.
So 2002, 3, and 4, I was also a part of inter-university tournaments from my university.
Wow.
So I've been to my first journey or first travel outside my state was thanks to yoga. First was in Amritsar. Second times was Bhagalpur, in Bihar. And third time we went to Udaipur, Rajasthan. So very nice. It was a nice exposure, and that was just a physical part of yoga. But what held on to it was more of what Guruji Vishwas Mandlik and his book. In fact, after my graduation finished, first thing I did was a residential 1-month yoga teacher's training course. It was in Marathi though. So that's how it started. Yeah.
So was there a moment you felt that this is more than a yoga? When was that moment actually? Because you say that I started as a yoga competitor.
Correct.
So when that you felt, oh yes, this is not the yoga competition anymore. This is my life. And what things was that changed you from here to here?
I wouldn't say really transformed me a lot, but yes, you grow up. From a child, you can't really expect consciousness, awareness. But as you grow in your age, then that maturity comes. So when I found out that, okay, there is something more than just physical exercises, as I read in the book, then I read few lines from Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. Then I thought like, oh, because the Sanskrit language is very close to my language, the closest language to Sanskrit, including grammar, the etymology, the words, the meaning, is Marathi.
Wow.
It's
You are
not
so
Hindi.
lucky.
It's not Hindi.
You are lucky.
So it was so easy for me to understand what the Sanskrit words are saying. So I felt like, what, and also another part of it is I was not really very good in academics. Like now I don't have any shame to say this. I was not very good with studies because maybe a few factors that kept me away. It was because of no proper guidance. Then also because no guidance, you don't have big dreams. So having almost no dreams at all about your careers and all, I found in yoga there is something I can hold on to life.
Life.
In Hindi, you call it Dubte ko tinke ka sahara.
Agree.
So I found like that one small piece that can really I hold on to, and my whole life will revolve around it. Yes, that was yoga, and I was not wrong. That was in 2003, 4. I'm still holding on to it.
That's great. That's wonderful. Now, let's say from that competition yoga world, and you came to the more peaceful world, where you call it, and you choose the Iyengar yoga. Now you are mostly rooted, and you almost every week, I think I heard you going Malaysia to do your practice. So
What else you heard?
now I can't even ask you that which style you like. I'm sure you will say Iyengar. So can I ask you that why Iyengar? Why not
Any other style?
other styles like Ashtanga?
In fact, to me, very frankly, when I came here in Singapore, 2012, we started teaching.
Came together.
Yeah, it came together. So when I started,
And one more thing, who sent us is the Dr. Bhalekar, and today is his birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh my God!
So
If
today
you're
is our
watching,
teacher
Bhalekar
birthday.
sir,
Yeah.
happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
So the thing is, for me, yoga, like people may think yin yoga is different, ashtanga is different, vinyasa is different, hatha is different, iyengar is different. To me, it's all same. Even hatha yoga, Guruji BKS Iyengar, when he was teaching, he taught hatha. He never said it is Iyengar yoga. It is his students later on who wanted to, separate his style and kind of register a trademark. Because they worked very hard to get the certification and all. I don't want to go there any further. So, to me, yoga is same. All yoga practices are same, but in one lifetime, there are few things you can't do all things together. For example, you can't read all the books in the world. Not possible. So you choose yours, isn't it? So all the styles of yoga are lovely. In fact, for the longest time, I taught yin yoga. I taught Ashtanga primary series. So many occasions, I also led Ashtanga intermediate series. But then a time comes where you need to really choose a path. So you can't really keep your feet on two boats, right? Then it's impossible for you to continue a journey. So I decided, okay, I love these practices. As and whenever I get time, I will practice them. So still, at times when I feel like I've got a lot of energy, in my mind, it is Ekam, inhale, Ashtanga runs. So, yes, I did choose Iyengar style, but I love Iyengar style because I can support myself. There are belts, blocks, chairs, bolsters, blankets, wardrobes, every possible tool that we have at our disposal, we use, and our body is not same every day. So at times when I feel like I'm down with energy today, I go restorative. If I feel like, okay, I want to practice strong asana practice, I go inversions, standing poses. So in Ashtanga, you have a set sequence. So if you are least motivated, all you need to do is show up on the mat. Okay. But in Iyengar practice, you need to be highly motivated because you need to decide a sequence first. And then you have to start your practice. So I won't say I have any particular favorite style as such, but it does happen so because I lead all Iyengar classes. My practice tends to be more Iyengar. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice to hear. So you crossed now it's on the third stage. First was your competition stage, then was your choosing the style of the stage, and now you have choose the Iyengar style, which you love most. That's the best. Now, can we go a little bit deeper now about the pose? Do you have any like favorite pose, meaning to say that you only have 5 minutes to practice, but you every time you will include that pose into your practice? What would it be?
What it would be? Well, every asana practitioner has this, they have one favorite pose. Without that pose, you don't feel like you practiced yoga asanas. So it does happen so. And for many people, perhaps this is not a very favorite answer. The moment you learn to stand very firm, get more activation of your legs and get more freedom on the spine, one of the best poses to experience, to ponder over, is Parivritta Trikonasana, or in English you call it revolving triangle pose. Yes. So if I don't practice that, means either that day my energy levels are really down. Or maybe the total focus of my class that I'm going to teach is not Parivritta action, but as long as I have time and I am focused on myself, that is my gold standard. I must go there. That is Parivritta Trikonasana. And same goes in teaching also. If you ask my practitioners, my students, they say, oh, this pose, Parivritta Trikonasana. They don't know all the Sanskrit names, but they definitely listen this name and they know what is coming for them.
So that's nice. So now can you go even more deeper? Like whenever any students do that pose, what kind of the mistakes usually they make during that?
Okay.
The knee, the ankles, or that alignments into the hips or your arms or your head, whatever you feel the mostly every beginners they need to more focus on that. What would be?
See, as a beginner, not just for that one pose, for any pose for that matter, you don't need to really think of the frame of asana. First, you need to know what actions are happening. So if you break down each action, then each action you have to perform according to your body. So let's say if you cannot really take a lot of space between the feet. As a beginner, if you have tightness in your hamstrings, maybe you have tightness in your IT band, but if you cannot take a lot of distance, you don't need to go beyond your ways and means to reach there. So first of all, as a beginner, know what you want to do. In that practice, for example, Parivritta Trikonasana. So first we start with separating legs. So one leg is forward, one leg is backward. So as a teacher, what I see is, are their legs active and well connected to the mat so that they don't fall down? So with that active legs and firmness in the legs, then you get freedom with your spine. Now also there depends, if your hamstrings are tight, your spine may not be straight, it will be a bit round. In that case, you don't need to reach your hand all the way down to the floor. That's where I give a block, sometimes chair. Whatever comes as a help to them makes their spine straight. And then from there, the third action, because it's a complex pose, you need to twist also. So maintaining the firmness of the legs, length of the spine, then you're twisting. And worst thing in all this, what people tend to do is turn the head first. In Parivritta Trikonasana, if you are a student of yoga and you practice this pose, not just me, as a representative of all yoga teacher community, I want to tell you, do not think of looking up in Parivritta Trikonasana. You lose the whole alignment, your spine goes all some 45-degree turning to one side. So focus on what is right action. So just listen to your body. Do not think of ideal posture. Perhaps it will take some more time for you to reach there. And those who can do, don't look at them, because that's going to make you more anxious about your practice. So don't invite anxiety.
Okay, that's great. I also felt a lot of time that things, whatever you mentioned. So maybe. So now let's talk about your morning ritual. What time you wake up? What do you do? Is every day different or all the way same? Are you wake up before roosters or or after them? Or yeah, yogi, right? They say yogi wake up 4 o'clock. You are the one who
Bhagavad Gita says yogi never sleeps. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to, the schedule of yoga teachers is not really how ideally it should be for yoga practice. Okay. Having said that, my first class is usually 7:15 to 8:15 in the morning, sometimes 7:15 to 8:30, 8:45. Then immediately after that, I have next class. So morning 2 classes I have before my own practice. So there is a reason for that also. I could practice earlier, provided I don't have a class in the late evening. So my morning classes are 7:15 onwards, and my evening classes are up to 9:15. So I get a very small time window 9:15 in the night to go back home, eat my supper, then get fresh, sleep, wake up in the morning, have my breakfast, then go for the class. So early morning, no practice. So my morning ritual is really wake up at 5:15, 5:30. So get all my biological needs done and then get fresh, travel to yoga studio wherever I'm teaching. The weird time that we get to practice is this. I finish my classes at about 11:30, then I go back home, have my lunch, and then after my lunch, 2:30-ish, 2:30 to 5:30, this is the time. If yoga teachers are practicing, mostly this is the time. So I follow some classes, some recorded classes of some teachers from Pune. That is the Parent Institute of India, Iyengar Yoga. Then my teacher, then my peers, sometimes our friends together practice on Zoom. Yeah, it's all weird, but that's the time. So most of the mornings, you will see me in MRT before the allowing the sunrise, and then after that, yes, classes.
Okay, that's
So
nice.
exception is on Saturday. So on Saturdays, you will find me either vacuuming my house or helping my wife, wash the clothes, wash the dishes, something along that line.
Niyama.
Yeah, true.
Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now we go to the segment 4, quick fire round. So try don't think so much. So I have few questions.
Okay,
Okay, let's start with the first. Tea or coffee?
definitely coffee.
Coffee.
Brew coffee. If you want to buy me a coffee.
Mantra or affirmation?
This is tricky. Affirmation, because mantra is set, someone has done it for you. Affirmation is your own, fresh. So, not necessary to use words or any set of words. I trust that one particular moment you sit down, close your eyes, you connect with the nature, whatever comes to your mind, that is divine, that is authentic, that is where you need to go.
A book or teacher who has shaped your journey?
Well,
Quick,
I would have,
quick.
okay, I would really pick up a teacher, but more transformation has happened through a book.
You mentioned, you just mentioned, right? How did you start even the yoga?
So that book is different.
But still there is a book,
The
right?
book that is, yes.
Still a
The book
change.
that has really transformed my point of view of looking at world is one of the Russian authors. His name is Mikhail Naimi. The name of the book is Book of Mirdad. If you get a copy of this book, you start reading the book, don't question yourself why I'm reading this book for at least first 3 chapters, and I assure you it will change the way you look into the world. And actually that's the whole purpose of yoga, how to look into the world, how to look at the world, how to deal with people, yourself. That's the ultimate book. You read that, you have read a million books together.
Ashtanga, Hatha or Iyengar?
Definitely Iyengar. Sorry.
Okay, then finally one word to describe your yoga path today.
Quietness.
Quietness. Front of wife or what quietness is your...
It's solitude. It's solitude. When you are alone with yourself, what you do, when you are alone in front of people, what you do is different. When you are alone with yourself, what you do, that matters. Look out for those moments, what you're doing. That is the direction you want to move your life. Good, bad, you think later. That's the direction eventually your life will go. But if you want to change anything in your life also, that is the time. When you're all alone by yourself, you want to really do something, that is the time.
So just now you mentioned that you will choose the affirmations over the mantra. So if you want to tell us about that, what would be like, what you always, or is always change, or is always remain same?
Affirmations will change, of course. It will change given what are the time scenarios, what are the life incidents you're going through. But one affirmation I will suggest if at all you want to really go on that path, you want to really have an affirmation, start with acceptance. Accept your body as it is. Majority of the people don't like their
Especially,
body.
yes, yoga students, please listen to that.
People
Accept.
don't like their bodies at all.
Accept that.
That's where the first baby step. I accept my body as it is. Yes, I want to improve. Improvement will happen. But by the time improvement happens, you are accepting your body. That is very important. Then accept your mind as it is. No mind is pure in this whole universe. Mind is mixed of all right, wrong, good, bad, evil, divine, all kinds of thoughts. So the part of you that you don't like, don't hold on to it. Let go. Accept yourself as you are. So when your body, mind accepted, then you will find that it's possible to accept people around. Before you accept your body and mind, it's not justice for me to say accept people around you.
Agree. Agree.
So that's the affirmation if you want.
I think my questions are finished. But my questions are finished. But those who are watching us, maybe they still have some questions. So please don't forget to comment. Or what would you like to hear about teacher in the next podcast? Please write down as well there. Whatever you have in the mind.
If they want to see me next time again,
Yes, why
maybe
not? They will
some of
love
them
to.
comment, don't bring this person again. So irritating.
No, it's not. Yeah, thanks to the Mahi, those who shared his very cute and lovely stories, how he came into the yoga world.
An honor to be a first person to be a part of your podcast. I really wish you all the best, and I encourage all people to please subscribe wherever he's adding this channel. If you're seeing this on Facebook, Instagram, follow him. If you're seeing this on YouTube, comment, share with people. Do let him know what are the thoughts so that he can really work according to what you need, right? It's not about what he wants, what I want. At the end of the day, if you want to see the podcast, it should be always what you need. Okay. So let us know.
Yes,
And thank you very much for having me here. Thank you.
So let's end our these sessions with one deep breath. Okay, bye. Guide.
Oh, you want me to guide for a deep breath?
Why not?
Really? Just sit straight, keep your spine straight, and close your eyes. As soon as you close your eyes, be aware of your body, removing all discomforts from the body. Then you can start taking a slow, deep breath in and breathe it out completely. Right. Joining your palms, there we conclude the session. Thank you.
Namaste.